Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Sherry Weller, and I'm so excited today for our Wisdom Wednesday. And I have a very special guest today. She's a dear friend of mine, and you are just going to love her. Her name is Ashley Allen, and she is not only a personal trainer, but she's an IFBB pro. And she'll tell you a little bit about that. But what we want to do each of these Wisdom Wednesdays is share with you the the people out there that have kissed corporate goodbye in lieu of entrepreneurship. And Kim and I talk a lot about network marketing. That was our vehicle to kiss corporate goodbye, but that's not for everyone. And Ashley has had a different route, and she's going to share a little bit about her journey with all of us. So, Ashley, I would love to have you share your story with our audience and just really share your beginnings with more of a corporate job. I know you were a teacher for quite a while, and what really got you thinking, maybe I want to be an entrepreneur?
So, hello everyone. My name is Ashley Allen. Sherry, thank you so much for having me on this. I really appreciate it. I am so excited and so happy to be able to share my story because there's so many of you out there who are sitting there on the edge right now thinking, do I jump or do I stay? Always jump. Jumping is the best way. Let me tell you how I made the jump. So I went to college to be a teacher. I have always loved helping people, and I've always wanted to touch lives and help make people better. And I thought at the time when I was 18 years old that I was going to be able to do that as a teacher. And I had a great time in college. And I mean, after student teaching for a full semester in the classroom, I wanted to see what was available for me out there. Something that I've always loved and pictured myself doing is I've always liked working out. I was an athlete. I was a cheerleader. So I always kind of played with the idea of being a personal trainer, helping other people love fitness as much as I do. But there was always that little bit of fear in me that says, what if I fail? Well, after college, I spent a year. I was substitute teaching, I was coaching track, and I was working a part-time retail job. I mean, I was so afraid of failing that I was forcing myself to do these other things when I could have been following my passion, but it took a little time. And when it really dawned on me that I didn't want to go, oh yeah, I was also applying to jobs. I was considering getting a master's degree in teaching because I thought that's what I was supposed to do since I got my teaching degree, bachelor's degree. I thought, well, maybe if I get my master's degree, then I'll really love it. I am so glad, and my bank account is very glad I didn't end up doing that. But then I was like, well, maybe I'll get a sales job. So then I went to an interview, and I'll never forget this. I went to an interview at some big company down in Chandler, Arizona for a call center position. I thought this was great because I would have gotten a salary. I would have gotten benefits, set hours. I mean, that at the time sounded amazing. So I went to the interview and I walk in, and I'm not even kidding. It was like this huge room, and all these people were sitting in these little itty bitty cubicles with a little headphone on, talking to people, probably enrolling them in courses or whatever. But that's what they were doing. And I was sitting there for the interview, looking around, and I was like, no, this isn't it for me. There's no way I could live with myself if I got a job here and sat at a cubicle miserable for the next, I don't know, 30 years. So I left. I didn't even go to the interview. I freaking no showed. No showed. There's no chance in hell they were going to bring me back in for an interview. I left because I knew it wasn't for me. So after that, then I decided to maybe explore what I'm passionate in. It was kind of scary at the time because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to start my own business. I didn't know if I had to go work at a big corporate gym or train people at a park or at their homes. I didn't know what to do. And I am seriously so fortunate enough to have been introduced to a gym owner who owns the gym I currently train clients at. I was introduced to him, and he gave me the opportunity of a lifetime. I was able to kind of work for him behind the scenes and also grow my business at the same time and become a certified personal trainer, which I did. And then from there, that's when the magic happened. I was so like lit up inside, like my fire was burning bright, and I was so happy to be able to do what I loved. And from there, I mean, it's transformed my entire life. I am so grateful every day that I decided to make a choice to go and follow my passion instead of doing what I was supposed to do and go work in a classroom or go work in a call center to get a salary. I took the risky route, and it was worth it. And I do not regret it 1 second at all.
This is awesome. I love your story. And I mean, you talked about a little bit of fear. You talked about taking a risk. And you also mentioned getting a mentor, because that's really what your gym owner was. So what would you recommend to somebody who is on the fence, that maybe has the fear, that is afraid of taking a risk, and maybe doesn't even have a mentor? I mean, everything aligned perfectly for you, but what would you say to somebody who's just sitting there almost paralyzed with the fear and afraid to take that jump?
So having someone there to help either guide you or give you some sort of insight will give you a lot of help. There's also going to be those people who are going to tell you not to follow your dreams and to go the smart way. Avoid those people. Those are not your mentors. They are not there to help you. Ignore what they say and just block them out, like get them away. So to find a mentor, you can find someone who's willing to help guide you either in your field or to help, or you don't even need to have someone help you in your field, just someone to give you some insight of either how to grow your business, how to become an expert in your field. You need help. There's no way you can do it on your own. So find those people, whether it's friends, colleagues, that are going to support and lift you up, and just find your tribe, and they're going to help you, and it's all going to work out great.
So that I love that. You have to have a tribe. I mean, what would you say, though, to somebody who is so used to doing things on their own and they think that they need to do everything on their own? You were so open-minded to opportunities, to getting help. What about people who just think that they could do it all themselves? How do you go from maybe being one of those people to being a little bit more open-minded?
Okay, so if you're doing everything on your own, you're invoicing, you're doing accounts receivable, you're doing your marketing, you're doing everything, there's going to be a point where you can't grow. You have to be able to delegate at a certain point in order to grow, or else you're going to hit a ceiling. And I mean, you can't go up much further than that. If you have 10 clients of whatever you're doing and that's manageable, and you can, get all of your accounting and everything done, that's great. But you're going to have to stay there, because if you want to grow and double your clients, you're going to need some help. So if you're one of those people who thinks you can do it all yourself, you need to really think about your growth and your long-term success. And get some help. Drop your ego. It's going to be okay to ask for it. Trust me. Your life will be so much easier.
Well, and I just, we've known each other a couple of years, and I just see the difference that a couple of years have made, because you've gotten the coaching, you've gotten the mentorship, because you've asked for help.
Yes.
And,
yes.
I would love for people to know, how you were when you started your business, some of the fears that you had, how you overcame those fears. And I want you to share with everyone where you are today, because it's so exciting.
Yes. Okay, so when I first started, my biggest fear, I had a couple of them. My biggest fear was I wasn't experienced enough. I was afraid of what people would think of me. And I was just really afraid to succeed, because then that means life changes. So being experienced enough I felt like because I didn't have years and years and years under my belt as a professional trainer, that I wasn't good enough to train people. So I would devalue myself by dropping my prices. But the reality is, I have been in the gym since I was 10 years old. I knew about fitness and I knew how to help people and I wanted to help people. So if you're just getting certified in something, don't be afraid of being too new. People need you. Whether you've been doing it for a year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, there's always going to be someone out there that needs your help. And then this is something that getting over the fear of what people think of you, I think this definitely comes as you get older and mature, and then also just with pushing yourself. At the end of the day, who freaking cares what people think of you? If that person, if there's someone out there saying like, oh, look at her, she's trying to do this, she's trying to be a Miss Trainer, she's trying to be a fitness inspiration Instagram model, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Their opinion does not matter. The only thing that matters is what you think of yourself. There are going to be so many other people out there that will support you than those people that hate you. And here's the thing, if someone's hating on you, you're doing something right. Right? Yeah. So you're going to have haters. You're going to have people doubt you, but block them out because you don't want to deal with that. Did I say the third thing that I was afraid of? I don't think I said the third thing. No.
But I mean, that's such great advice. And it doesn't just pertain to being a fitness instructor. I mean, I come across that every day in network marketing. You name a profession, you're going to have your dream stealers, your doubters, your haters. And I think, especially as women, a lot of us care what other people think of us. And so getting over that hurdle, and you've done it at such a young age. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
That's just awesome. And I think we could all learn a lesson from Ashley in that. And, I've heard so many times, your opinion of me is none of my business. And I love that saying because it really isn't. And I think as all of us embark on whatever entrepreneurial adventure that we're on, we're going to come across a lot of obstacles. And I love the way that you've handled all of yours with such grace. And I'm excited for the future for you. And if you want to just tell everyone what you're doing now and how they can connect with you.
So to give you guys a little insight, I was 23 years old when I decided I was going to become a trainer. So I was 23 years old. And I know entrepreneurs younger than me, but for 23 years old, I said, screw it to everyone. I'm going to do what I want to do. And it worked out. I followed my passion and stayed true to myself. And here I am 4 years later. I have increased my business drastically. I've brought it to an online platform. And I'm so excited because I realized that I've hit my ceiling and I recognize that. So I just hired a business coach for a year-long program that's really going to elevate my business and take it to the level to the six-figure level, which I never thought I was able to make. But in a year from now, if we do this, I am going to be celebrating my first year making six figures as a personal trainer. So come on, how amazing is that? So,
and I have no doubt in my mind that you will do that. We'll have to mark this date, October 3rd, and do this again next year. Yeah. Ashley, you're such an inspiration, not just for millennials. And I think your generation, it's really the generation of kissing corporate goodbye. Because as you said, sitting in a cubicle for 30 years, I mean, to me, that sounds awful because I've had 15, 20 years of corporate experience. But for your generation in particular, this is the generation that's following their passions, that's, taking a stand and saying, pay me what I'm worth. And I love that you are such a shining example for your generation and generations to come. So I so appreciate you being on today and looking forward to sharing this video so other people can get inspiration and can connect with you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye.